Hello everyone and welcome to episode 2 of Ghost of Yotei. This is Reg with PaxAriaGaming and we're picking up where we left off in episode 1, back at the old inn. We're going to try to accomplish a few things today. Last episode it was mostly the prologue and sort of learning a few things. Today we're going to go back to that area that I couldn't climb before, and that was because I didn't really pay attention to my surroundings. We're going to visit the stables in a quest called Old Trails. We're going to unlock dual Katana, and we're going to do a couple of bounties. It's an absolutely beautiful game. Camp to restore spirit. Interesting that doesn't happen automatically when you go back to your hub. But I think, how does that work? I think when you go back to the bounty board, I think it'll restore your spirit. So maybe you have to interact with something at the inn in order for that to happen. You don't necessarily have to build a camp. But since I haven't built one, I think it would be nice for me to learn how to do that. Sort of Red Dead Redemption-like. I don't know whether it affects her health or not, other than affecting her spirit. I don't get the impression that Atsu is going to get skinny and frail and all that if she doesn't camp. I also need to find some hot springs. Okay, so this is where I was, right? And I kept sliding down this little side slope. But what I didn't do was go over to this other outcropping here and try to climb this side, which I should have done. Sorry, it took me a while to figure that out. We have a memory here. Typical kids. Yeah, me and my friends did stupid stuff like that. We didn't have to climb a cliff or anything like that, but we did some pretty crazy things because we were sort of daring each other. I injured my ankle really bad jumping off of bleachers. We kept going up to see how high up we can go and jump down. I think I was on bleacher number 13 when I jumped and tore my ankle apart. And yeah, you did get the lesson from your mom, you know, like, well, if your friends did this, would you do that? And well, actually I did. So this is what I should have done in the first episode. I did not do it. I didn't realize it was a memory. I don't know whether they all are or not. The colors in this game are so vivid. And even though I thought Shadows was a very vivid game, as well as Black Myth Wukong, I don't know whether it was consistent throughout the whole game. There were certain scenes that were very, very, very vivid. I mean, I spent a lot of time on getting the artistry just right, and there are other scenes where it just wasn't true. That may be true in this game as well. I mean, so far everything has been, the colors are jumping off the screen. I'm playing on a PS5, watching it on a 80-inch TV, so I'm getting the full cinema experience. And the colors just sort of jump out at you. See, now I'm wondering if there's something else I should be doing here, because that symbol is still there. I think I'm supposed to paint something, but I'm not being prompted for it, so it may be that I end up coming back here again once I figure that out. Because I didn't see a prompt for like a space to sit down and paint, unless I just didn't walk close enough to it, which is possible. But now that I know where it is, I know how to get back there, so. I'm still exploring controls, you know, sort of learning about things. So I have 2 in my crew at the moment. The bowyer and the wolf. Although the wolf is, I guess, loosely in my camp. So yes, I can enhance my bond with this wolf. So I'll make sure to do that as well. He can help me in combat. When he has shown up, I think once so far, it was pretty random. You know, I didn't call him, I didn't summon him or anything. But I definitely want to make sure that he can either revive me or appear when I really need him. So we'll do that. So let's go hunt down a bounty. Apparently one of the best ways to make money in this game. The other way, which we haven't been introduced to yet, is gambling. Nice. And I think there's a setting that you can use to assist you with the gambling. It's almost like a game I played as a kid with folding up a piece of sheet of paper into a triangle and using that to play a version of football. But my understanding is you can also lose a lot of money playing that game too. So I'm not really all that good at gambling. So I'll try it, see what it's like, and then if I don't like it, then I'll just stick with the bounties. I expect there will be plenty of them throughout this game. I also need to remember occasionally to play my instrument. I'm not sure what it actually does. Let's go talk to this chap. He's sitting out in the middle of nowhere. Oh, it's a camp, so I can restore my spirit here. Okay, so this is how you find out more about the Yotei 6. So I guess random people that you meet. So I could either play the instrument or cook. I'm guessing either one, since I'm resting at the camp, will restore my spirit. The only thing we have to cook are mushrooms. So I guess when we see... I guess you can hunt animals. I have a bow and arrow. But I know there are traps in the water sometimes where there are fish. So I guess we'll be picking that stuff up along the way. Not just bamboo shoots, which I've been doing. Oh, okay. It gives you... Nice, it gives you a perk for a day. Now, is that a game day or is that a regular day? Is it like a game day being a night and day cycle within the game? Or 24 hours? You know, my understanding is the atmosphere will change. You'll get day night, you'll get rain, you'll get things like that. I played a game where it seemed like it was raining all the time. It was so annoying. This one, at least so far, the weather has been good. This is the first weather it looks like that's coming in that we've seen. Okay, we don't need to craft ammo because we haven't used any. Okay, I see the little perk there, the little green dot. Okay, so I'm guessing it's a game day, not a 24-hour period. For me, I think it's a day within this game. We'll see. We'll watch it and see when it goes away. We have some Mustangs out here. Being respectful, let them cross instead of galloping right through the middle of them. I am probably going to end up with another horse. This was a horse I rescued. But I think, like in the first Ghost game, you'll eventually get to a point where you can choose horses. I don't know whether you can have more than one. I think you can only have one. I must not have figured something out yet. So I believe, or at least I would think that there would be a compass on your HUD. Other than just following the guiding winds, there'd be a compass on your HUD that would sort of, once you identify what you're looking for or the target you're going after, that it would be there, but I haven't done that yet. It's a pretty massive game, so I'm not too worried about it. Within, I'd say between episodes 1 and 3, I will have figured everything out. He didn't even put up a fight. Alright, horsey. Was I supposed to catch him? I guess not, since he's continuing to run. I was like... Oh, maybe he's going back to the stables. That's one of the chores that we have that we're going to get done today. Is to find a stable master. Yeah, I think it's a within game thing, because you look at the you look at the lower left, you'll see that the circle around the green dot is moving. So it's definitely a timed thing, which is good to know. Which also may prompt you to camp a little bit more frequently. I haven't done much. I mean, I haven't found another bamboo strike yet. I haven't been back to my home yet. I was trying to get some currency by doing bounties and things like that to buy some maps so that I can unlock other things. And I haven't done a main quest yet. And so far I've been in the same region. I haven't gone outside of the region. So it looks like a big game or a big map. I don't know whether it's as big as Tsushima. But there are different regions. And if you know anything about Japan, you'll know that Japan is a country of multiple islands. I actually think this is a separate island from the mainland. I have to pull back the map and see the full map. I don't know how many islands there are, but I know there's more than there are quite a few actually. Some of the smaller ones. In the Ghost of Tsushima, there was another island they were on. That was very small compared to this. This looks like it could be fairly expansive. Okay, so Krogenzo is over here somewhere. Let's see what's over here on this little... Looks like there's a dead guy over there. Could that be our quarry? Is he already dead? No. Okay. Someone different. So in this episode, I'm definitely going for the dual katana. I think I want to try to get the Kasurigama in the next one. One of them is an area that's sort of locked out to us, so we can't get all of the weapon types. But the goal, for me at least early on, is to unlock all the weapon types. Even more important than the main quest. I know that Lord Saito, the father of the Saito brothers, they're all part of the Yotei 6, uses all weapons. And so the idea of unlocking all of the weapon types is because eventually I'm assuming we're going to get into a fight with that guy who uses every weapon. So typically I would find one weapon and stick with it. And my understanding is, while you can do certain things stealthily in this game, it's not an assassin game, right? So she's not going to be as nimble as Naoe was in terms of assassinations and things like that. She can. You can hide in the bushes and sneak up behind someone and assassinate them. But for the most part, it's definitely not an assassin's game. I think, I may try to play it that way in some instances. Certainly when you're clearing a camp or something like that. I think when you're one-on-one, like walking into this area, you know, if someone's in here, it's easier for them to spot me. First of all, I'm wearing this big yellow top, which can easily be spotted. But the other thing is I'm the only thing moving. So if you were hiding out here waiting for someone to show up, I would be easily spotted versus me spotting someone who's hiding out here, unless they had a little campfire going. So the question is where to find this guy. I don't think Atsu is going to be able to see through walls or things like that to identify her target. At least I don't think. I could be wrong. Maybe it's something you unlock. Maybe there's a charm or something along those lines that might help. I don't know. I don't have any charms yet. That's part of the reason why I'm like, well, how much should I record? This video is going to be almost 2 hours, and we're going to get a lot of things done. But if I were exploring everything, this would probably be like a 3.5-hour video. So I have to figure out, you know, which things you guys might want to see and which things you figure, okay, I don't need to see this guy do every single bounty in the game. Obviously, main story stuff, I'll definitely cover all of that. Okay, someone had a beef with someone else. Two different clans.
おい、お前もカラスの現像？
探してるが。
それは捨ておけん。奴の首はわしのものだ。
悪いが譲らねえ。
Don't ask me why I was crouching. It will take me a couple episodes to get used to the combat. Especially since I just got finished with Wu Chang Fallen Feathers. Okay, guess he's not getting the bounty. Too bad we couldn't have come to some agreement. Okay, there's an area across the way that has an item that we need to get, or that we can get. I don't know whether we need to get it or not. There are tons of crows in here, making a lot of noise. Yeah, earlier in the first episode, I thought I needed to unlock a grappling hook, but apparently not. You already have that skill, which is good. It's good to know. We have another altar. Nice. And we found Genzo.
狙いは拙者の首か。
そうだ。
江口家は拙者の兄弟を殺し、ムクロを打ち捨てた。そしてカラスの餌にしおったのだ。拙者も同じことをしたまで。
江口家の話は本土で聞いたことがある。領主が闇討ちにあったともっぱらの噂だった。てめえら津軽家の仕業だろう。
あやつも一族老頭も死んで当然。
なぜだ。殿様の下知だとしてももう死んでるだろう。
賞金稼ぎごときにはわかるまい。
Yeah, I'm not sure whether my choices will change any element of the game. Maybe it changes the dialogue. I'm not sure it changes anything else.
津軽家のため死ね。するでない。覚悟しろ。
Okay, what the heck is this?
江口どもに報いを受けさせねばならん。
Yeah, I can see I'm gonna forget about how to do that very soon. Like now, I knew that. I was like, okay, so the yellow thing, if you don't block it effectively, you lose your weapon. Where the heck is my weapon? There we go. Alright, so it's release and hold, it's hold and release triangle when he does that. Now I'm freaked out about whether he's gonna do it again.
兄弟の恨みを晴らさねば。
行け、兄弟のもとへ。
おい、お前。お前もカラスの現像。
もう死んでる。
あの首はわしのもの。
So they unlocked a tool. Okay, that'll come in handy. I'm pressing buttons here, messing up. I wonder how many uses of this stuff I have. Nice. That picking up and throwing a weapon thing is really nice. That's a nice addition. Really nice addition. Okay, I like that. Mitsubishi.
目つぶしか。戦いに使え
Here
る。
we got another altar of reflection. So this is the second one we found. I don't know how many of them are in each area. I guess at some point the game will give you an accomplishment. I don't want to miss any of them, but the other thing about exploring is whether or not you're riding the horse along the roads, the various roadways, is better for exploring, or whether sort of going off the beaten path, towards mountainous areas which may have temples, or swampy areas which might have something else, or the hills which may have the foxes. Not quite sure which method to take. Or if you're traveling along the road, will these things sort of pop up? She's got quite an arm. This is baseball postseason, so I'm sure the Yankees could have used her last night against the Toronto Blue Jays. Okay, so we're gonna jump over to see what was on the other side. So This is, I think, only the second time I've jumped anywhere in this game so far. I guess it's a little bit of a leap of faith. Do you? Okay, there we go. All right. I was like, wait a minute. Nothing's being highlighted or anything to show me what I'm supposed to be doing. I got some money. Not a lot of money, but some is better than none. When I'm starting out with none, I guess when I turn in the bounty, I'll get 750. Okay, so we can do the dual katanas. Let's turn in the bounty first. Then we can do the dual katanas. Unless something else pops up along the way. Interestingly, you didn't have to do anything special to unlock the bow. But you have the other weapon types, which you do have to go through and do a... sorry about that, folks. Every time I'm recording, I get one of these notifications on my you-know-what. I don't want to mention its name because it may think I'm asking it a question. It starts with an A. Okay, so we're heading up to Mount Yotei. I think I'm now pronouncing it correctly. I think I've been calling it Yotei in the first episode, but it's Yotei. Yeah, okay. Heading in the right direction. The other thing I haven't done is done anything to my armor at this point. I don't think I've gotten any new armor, so... Okay, so we have some more idiots we have to deal with first. That's not what I meant to do. Okay. Oh god, I messed with both of those. I used my little smoke thing before I was supposed to, and I messed up my standoff. Now I'm crouching. Okay. Okay, that worked better. I didn't need to do it twice, but okay. Okay, we have someone shooting arrows at us. We were doing that in the first episode, but I didn't remember getting hit by any, but they do seem to hit pretty hard. Where's this other guy? Okay. Terrible aim, buddy. It's interesting when you get close enough to them, they actually switch weapons, which is logical. Okay, let's see if we can find the dual Katana master. It's somewhere up here.
もし半兵衛が生きてるなら、何としても二頭を伝授してもらわねえと。罠だ。用心しねえと。畜生。踏み抜いちまった。
Yep, I did walk right into that one. At least there's a way out. You see the grappling spot. Could have been worse. He could have had spikes in there or something. So I'm guessing that may be one or not. I don't know, but I'm going to avoid any of those patches.
てめえか。この道でいいようだ。
In terms of the wolf, there are wolf dens that you have to complete in order to upgrade the wolf skills. Up to this point, we've not come across any wolf dens. Beautiful, beautiful scenery. The way of the dual katana. Or katana, as she calls it. I'm guessing this is the correct way to go. Yeah. This is the only way to get up there. Move across back to the other side. I don't know whether it's a hole in the ground. This looks like a heck of a jump. But it's the only way forward. I think the one thing I like about these games is when you, if I were to miss that jump for some weird reason and die, I would, I think, reappear right there. right? Unlike some games, we have to go back to an actual save point. I will say she's a brave soul. I'm guessing she's also not looking down while she's climbing Mount Yotei, because that mountain is not a little mountain. I remember when I was in France and could see Mount Blanc in the background, and it looked amazing. And I tried to walk towards it by walking through this little town in southern France, and I think I needed to prepare for like a 2-day hike to get there. That's how big the mountain was and how far away it was. Okay, so we know the guy's up here because he's got a little garden going. He's got a little shed. He's got a house. He's been doing some work. I don't know whether the Naginata is one of the weapons I'll unlock in this game. It would be nice if it was. That weapon was a pretty good weapon to use in AC Shadows. But my favorite in that game was the Kasurigama. So I definitely want to unlock that in this one. But this game makes the different weapon uses fairly situational. That if you're going to be successful, you wouldn't use a particular weapon against a weapon type that it doesn't match up against.
Hanbei?
よくぞここまでたどり着いたな。褒美だ。手早く殺してやる。
剣吾という火事が作った刀だな。
それがどうした？
俺の父だ。
お主、松か。
Atsuだ。
死んだはずでは。
妖帝6人衆になぶられた。弟たちは二刀の憲法を伝授してくれ。仇を討ちたいんだ。教えを受けるまで動かねえぞ。
大きな山だ。お主がいようと気づかんよ。
なら離れねえだけだ。
Typical
あれからもう16年だ。
student sensei kind of meet up.
今度じゃ浪人はもう用なしだ。だがここは違うだろう。俺も戦を経て十分強くなった。
その腕で勝てるほど斎藤はか弱くないぞ。
だからこうして教えを請うてる。斎藤と切り合ったてめえに。
お主も腕をなくしたようだな。さっさと本土に戻れ。妖帝6人衆に見つかるぞ。
蛇はすでに叩き伏せて他の連中に憎しみを見せた。
剣吾の娘とあらば試してやるとしよう。
It must be cold as hell up here at night. That's all I'm thinking about. It's beautiful. It's gotta be really, really cold. For those folks who've not
そこに稽古
done
用の
mountain
刀がある
stuff,
取れ
the higher up you go, the colder it gets. Beautiful, but it's
今は
cold as
左
hell.
の腕が弱い筋を鍛えて腕力を上げ身軽になれ良いな
ふらつきそうだが。
鍛錬するほかない俺一歩下がれ始めるぞ
何よ。
何かな
Okay, so Hanbei is our Jedi master.
俺を燃やす気か。
技を授かりたいのだろう黙って墨を切れ
Maybe I'm supposed to mess up like this. I'm not trying to,
酒を飲んでいたな
but I'm a little surprised. You know, it's like I wasn't expecting this, but
よしもう一度やってみろ
で、
これまで死なずに済んだのはその強情さゆえか
どうする？教えるのか。
なぜわしが
音はてめえの刀を打ちながらいろいろ話をしてくれた。大胆不敵で弱きを助ける剣士だとな。
そこまで大層な男だった覚えはないがな
そうなってくれ。まだ間に合う。
夜明けと共に始めるぞお主はここで眠れ
okay. Added another person to my little wolf pack, Hanbei. So I'm guessing or hoping that means I can come back to him at
腕
some
の
point.
具合はどうだ痛みは動くか
ああ、平気だ。
味わっておけ今のうちだけだまずは左の腕を鍛える右と同じくらい強くせねば
また炭を投げんのか。
いやこいつを切るさあ始めろ左腕だけだ
Yeah, the L3 thing is gonna always throw me off. But I'm guessing I'm gonna have to learn if I want to progress the game, right?
これはしばらくかかりそうだ用意しておいた竹が尽きたな明日のために備えねばナタを使え左の腕だけでさぞ痛むだろう
斎藤との勝負はどうだったんだ。
勝ち負けにとらわれるな考えるべきは斎藤のことだけあやつの強みは武器の腕前だけではない侍の心をよく知っていることだ
仲間を束ねてここを制する気だろう。
制するのではなく幕府から離れた自由の土地にするつもりだ
信じてるのか。
信じている大勢がなそれがあやつの力だ心をつかまれてしまう
浪人の心につけ込んで操るわけか。あいつの思う通りに害することもできる。
見た目に反して資料があるようだな今は休め稽古は夜明けに始めるぞほれ朝毛だ
なんだこれ。
竹の煮汁そう知る力があれば食う力もあるはよ食えさあ始めるぞ左の腕が強くなったな
I knew these were going to get harder. So L1 and then around the D-pad. L1 around the D-pad. Okay. These no more L3. Of course, it's an L3. All right, L1 around the D-pad. L1 L3. L1 around the D-pad. L1 L3. All right, let's do this again. L1 around the D-pad, L3. No, L1 around the D-pad, L1, L3. Come
on. 思う通りじゃねえが。
今はよく休め。じきに体に馴染んでくるはずだ。
Yeah. Yeah, this is gonna be fun.
今宵は静かだな。
ここから俺の家が見える。
そうだな。お主が襲われたあの夜、燃えるイチョウを見ていた。ここでただ動かずに。
てめえに何ができた？俺が悪い。
アツ、うちが見えるとこにいんきゃダメずら。
あっちのキノコは取り尽くしただわ。一番うめえのはこの森のずら。探すぞ。
おかわらに知られちもうぞ。
てめえが言わなきゃいいら。
おりゃこっちのキノコを取るだ。
あった。
アツ、あれ
近くにイカだ。
バカこくな、狼だぞ。
だからずら。しゃがんでろし、草が覆いになるさ。
なあ、お父に怒られんぞ。
もしあの牙で腕噛まれたらどうなるずらな。
怖え子一丁し。
ちびったけチューだ。
見られちまったか。
怖がっちゃし、噛みつきゃしんから。
獣は払ったぞ、ボコども。運が良かったな。
稲妻みてえな音だった。
またやってくれよ。
怯え知らずの二人だな。
刀を持ってる。
それ研いでやろっか。お父が火事さ。
火事だと？
天狗っていうさ、知ってるろ？
もちろんだ。
お父に合わせてやるさ。ただ狼のことは秘密。
ああ、他言はせんよ。
こっち。アツ、キノコまだ取ってねえらに。
道すがら取りゃいいら。
わしも手伝えばそれだけ早く済むぞ。
広がるけ。アツ、こりゃ俺のキノコだわ。
二人ともキノコ取りの名人だな。お父もそうか？
うん、お母の方が草に詳しいけんど。
まだ足んねえな。もっと探すぞ。 おじさんは侍系？
わしがそう見えるか？
見える。
わしの家は長篠の戦で滅びた。蝦夷地が今の故郷だ。よし、いいことを教えてやろう。ほれ坊主、手を貸してくれ。
うんとあるじゃんけ。
こんだけありゃお母が喜ば。
木の下にあるって知ってたわけ？
隙原は学びを授けてくれるものだ。
アツはいつも好き腹だ。
ではいつも学んでおるのだな。
ここを抜けたら俺んちさ。
おお、そうか。
イチョウがあるらあっこが家。
羊蹄山に抱かれておるようだな。
あとちっとだ。
思いがけず楽しい時になった。終わるのが名残惜しい。
キノコ取りしてくれたし、うちで夕飯食ってけし。お礼だ。
Yeah, this is definitely not a good idea.
おか、おとう、侍がいたさ。
狼もいただよ。
てめえ。
狼だ侍だ言って肝心のキノコはどうしたで？
案ずるな。たっぷりと取ってあるぞ。
Lord Saito.
なんとも良い家ではないか。
おまんとうち中兵で。
待て待て、それがかつての友への礼儀か？
友ではねえわ。
では主だ。
お家は滅びた。斎藤様も出奔しつら。
どの口が言っている？おまんら、音はふぬけだ。己の主をして、さらに他の者までそそのかしおった。
村を襲ったじゃんけ。
飢え死ねというか。幾人が上にあえいでいた。いくつの家が滅んだ。己がぬくぬくと過ごす間に。
俺の命ならやるわ。こいつら見逃しちゃってくれよ。
見せしめがいるだろう。どうか。
おとう。
Atsu。
俺が斎藤を家に招いた。おとうのもとに。
お主には知る由もなかったことだ。
それでも俺が悪い。
はよう起きても朝毛は出さん。
煮汁ならもうたくさんだ。
I'm guessing we're going to see more of her backstory, or at least that particular episode. Okay, this one's a little bit easy. Around the blue pad. I still missed.
良い振り
Okay. Around the D-pad a little bit more. Okay. Let's try that again. Okay. Yeah, it's a little bit easier because you're not having to do L3s and stuff. So it's just around the D-pad. In this particular case, around the D-pad one whole time and 1 3/4 time. And I guess you could just slide your thumb around. Let's try that. Yeah, okay. I was sort of pressing each one. You know, press. It's easier to just slide your thumb around. I'm like, okay, the pressing thing. I don't know how much time you have, but you clearly don't have a lot of time. I mean, this is like nanoseconds. And I'm guessing that they'll get more complicated as we move along in the game. Okay, so we got the whole Cole exercise again.
音の刀。
隠居の身にはもったいない名刀だ。斎藤との勝負に使うといい。
ありがたい。
お主が斎藤に敗れたら、ムクロから剥ぎ取ってやる。
そうなると山から降りなきゃなんねえぞ。
では勝ってもらわねば。始めるか。
いける。
I guess. I mean, do you get new weapons in the game? I know you get new weapon types. So this is now the dual katana. The katana I had at the beginning and this one that he just gave me. But am I gonna find more in the world that I can change? Or are you just changing the appearance? Because I think in the other games it was the appearance. You can upgrade them. I don't know, I have to see. Because I would think I would always want to use the one that my father created. So even if I found another one in the game. But I don't know. So I guess we can just start with this one, since the only dual katana I have is what I have on me now. Okay, so you're trying to teach me to switch. Okay, so if they're using a spear or yan, I should do dual katana. Well, this is going to be interesting. I am absolutely ass at quick time events in video games. Okay, she's crouching again. Stop crouching. So it'll be interesting to see in real battle conditions how well I do with this. I think against a single enemy I could figure it out. I think it's when you have a spearman coming at you and you have a katana guy coming at you and you have another guy coming at you, you have the arrow guys. I think that's when it gets a little bit tricky. Oh, okay, well, I guess we're getting ready to test it out right now. Okay, so this guy should be using a dual katana with. Oh, they're both spear guys, okay. Dude, I don't know what you're saying because I don't have time to read the subtitles while I'm trying to fight and not get killed. Okay, he's telling me to use the katana on that guy I'm on fire. I can use the dual katanas against. I goofed that. I was supposed to throw that in the guy's chest, and I did not. Well, Hanbei, are you just not going to fight at all? I mean, I know you got one arm, but how? You can fight. There we go. Got my Onryo howl. Okay. This is reminding me to switch. But why wouldn't you use dual katana against one guy with a katana, a single katana? I mean, to me, it would give you an advantage. I guess I'm going to unlock the Odachi later on as well. Wow. Okay, I like that move. That was a nice move. That was a really nice move. Cut the guy's hands off. Wow. Hanbei, your house is on fire, buddy. You have to live up here in the mountains all by yourself. You may want to ask Atsu to help you put the fire out. I mean, it's a thatch roof on a wooden house. I assume the thing would burn to the ground, but they don't seem worried about it. Unless there's some fireproof thatch on that roof, but I don't know. Okay, so she's asking him to help in her battle against Saito. Saito Senior, not the two junior Saitos. I gotta believe in the end she's going to be with her. I mean, I think that's the whole purpose of the wolf pack. It's just my theory, is that you develop these relationships because in the end there'll be some big final battle. Okay, I guess there's a bounty on my head now. Yeah. So I guess when I see these, I should remove them. Okay, so we have a little bit more information about where these guys are located. And so, again, we're not going to do main quest just yet. We need to make sure we're prepared for it by, you know, unlocking a few more skills. There's an armor set in the world not too far from the inn. That I should be able to look for as well. Okay, so we can collect the bounty. 750. Nice.
それでお互い一儲けできやすよ。
そりゃどういう賞金首なんだ。
言ってみりゃ極悪人でさ。
Okay, now in the last episode I noted that the blacksmith wasn't there. He's still not there. He will apparently show up at some point later. I don't have anything for him to blacksmith, which is why he's not there.
誰だこりゃ。
So I don't know what that means. Whether I have to find find another weapon or what in order for him to appear. So every time we come back, we're just going to collect all of the bounties that we have. I left that this time, but for future reference, every time I see one somewhere, I'm going to take it. So yeah, since that's a way to get money, and you can do that in the open world as you're traveling to various destinations, it would make sense to take on the bounties. I have not found an enemy camp or anything like that yet. So we're gonna I think we're just gonna upgrade it. I don't know what this stuff is, but we're gonna yeah, we can do that. I won't buy the longbow yet, since I haven't used a bow at all. You know what I mean? It's sort of like, okay, I haven't used it, so it doesn't make sense for me to go out and buy a second bow. I will buy fire arrows. That might come in handy. So I was saying that I haven't done an enemy camp yet, or any of those places where you have to clear out. I haven't seen one yet, but I haven't done them either. I guess I can just look when I'm out in the world, wherever I see smoke rising, I can look and head in those directions, because that's either a camp or an enemy camp or a small campfire somewhere. Doesn't do a whole lot of damage. I don't know whether headshots will do more damage. I'm assuming they will. Certainly would think the fire arrows will. Yeah, we're not going to do Saito's training fortress just yet. We're going to try to do everything else before we get to that, because I think... Let's see. Okay, there's another bounty we can do. Yeah, I think the other thing I need to do, I am definitely going to go back to that little, where the little painting symbol is, because I think there's something else I was supposed to do up there, since that symbol is still there. The other thing I'm going to do when I'm up there actually is to use my spyglass to mark a bunch of things that I can see from up there. Okay, so we're going to do Smiling Yashimoto first. Yashitomo, not Moto, Tomo. So we'll do that. And then we will do the old trails. I think those are the two that we want to get done before we wrap this up. And I'm not certain I'll do anything in between videos. Between this video, which will be uploaded on Friday, and the next video, Friday, by the way, my birthday, and the next video, which will be Tuesday. So I'm not, well, basically what I'm saying is you're not going to miss anything. I'm not going to do off-screen things yet. I will get to a point where I am, simply because some of the collectibles and things that you can do, like the fox dens, is going to get repetitive after a while. We haven't had a single fox yet. I haven't followed one of the birds yet. So I'll do all of those the first time, maybe even the first few times. But then by the time you get to like the 13th bird or the 12th fox or something like that, I'm probably not going to continue to show them. You know, as I indicated, you know, it's an expansive game, roughly 80 hours if you do everything, and I'm a completionist. 40 hours if you skip all that stuff, which to me doesn't make a whole lot of sense, and it changes the enjoyment level of the game. I think the reason why the Ghost games are so much fun is because there's a lot of things you can do. So you can get into a combat-heavy episode, and the next episode it can be a light one where you're doing other types of things and you're exploring more. I actually like that. You know, for an audience, though, the audience may want to see battles the whole time, you know, action stuff the whole time, or not. I mean, if you're familiar with the Ghost games, I think people will be okay with this. I see another painting symbol, too. So there are a couple of things I'm going to end up missing that I end up having to come back to. Because in this one, I'm just headed towards the this guy. I'm headed towards him. The bounty. But as you can see, along the way, things are going to pop up on the map. And I'm a little less vigilant right now than I will be in terms of the things that pop up on the map. Mainly because I'm trying to get some money. Anyway, we have this Ronin who's a little bit rude. Okay, so yes, they're aware that there's a bounty on my head. Okay, well, that wasn't good. Oh, hey! Oh, wow. The wolf came up. Nice. I didn't call him. I don't know why he showed up, but I'm happy he did. I thought I was going to have to do this again. So a little bit more information about the Yotei 6. Okay, so I'm gonna have to go through him in order to get the Kusarigama. I see that now.
斎藤の息子たちだ。火薬と銃に目がないろくでなしども。十勝ヶ峰にいる大立ち使いを狙ってるらしい。
And we have to go through the Saito brothers to get the Odachi, which is interesting because I think you can unlock all that stuff before you actually fight them. So, unless I'm mistaken, I'm not sure how you would do that, but we'll figure it out. Okay, so I have to take out Kitsune in order to get the Kusarigama. Assuming that's not the area that's locked. At least one of those areas is locked off. I guess she slit his throat. I was like, I couldn't tell. It was so subtle. I guess a splash of blood would have been a bit much, but I think she cut his throat, which is why he keeled over dead. Because he did a lot of talking. He didn't sound like he was on his last legs as he was talking to her. Okay, but we were over here to target the bounty and got interrupted by the Ronin. So this seems to be the flavor of the game, that there's going to be these kinds of things. So you can set a target saying that you're heading to this particular place, and along the way you end up having these little side missions or semi-missions. These aren't real missions, it's just a fight. So there may be these other things that pop up, which is good. So it keeps it interesting. You're not bored heading towards a target. You also have things that you can collect along the way. One of the things I found in the first game, and I think I'm going to find in this game as well, is that while I have a horse to navigate and get around, And so if you're covering long distances, that's fine. But when you get close to your target, it makes sense to go on foot because there may be things that pop up that you're not going to necessarily see on a horse. So I really didn't need to use my spyglass here, but I need to get accustomed to actually using it, especially when I get up high. At the beginning of the game, I used it to identify the first 3 areas I was going to go to, right? The inn, my old home, and I think I identified the stables as well, which is what we're gonna definitely get that done before this episode ends. And at some point, I'll make a habit of going back to the old home. I don't know whether the game will signal when you should go back to do a little bit more maintenance there. Or whether it signals at all. Maybe it doesn't and you just have to say to yourself, oh, I'm going to go back to the old home at least once an episode to see if there's anything I need to do. Okay, we have... That's not the camp. I think the camp must be... I know it's near the waterfall, so it must be below this. Let's take a look-see. That's the waterfall there. Oh, the camp's over there. All right, so it's beneath the waterfall. All right, it's not... I was assuming it was up here, but it's not. All right, so we're heading to the lantern campsite. We don't need... Do we need a horse for that? No, we can just run over. It's close. I don't see anyone over there. There was no one that... When we used the spyglass, I didn't see anyone. Let's check again, but it seems awfully suspicious. You got a fire that's going at the camp. Looks like a little nice camp. But I don't see any people. And the bounty is here, which means he's probably dangerous. Let's go up top and see if we can get a better look. Nope, still don't see anybody. Let's go down. The other thing, so in the next episode, what we're going to do is grab some new armor, explore a couple of other areas, and do a few more bounties. And sort of prep for the next target. So we're going to grab everything that we can grab here. We're going to grab the wood. I think these are fish traps. Yep. Okay. So there's salmon. All right. Good. Somehow I'm thinking she's not going to slice it up and eat sushi, which I love. Here's a note. Okay. How nice of them. So this is the guy, I'm guessing this is the guy we're after, the bounty guy, who seems to lure people into his camp and kills them, apparently. I guess robs them and kills them. I'm not sure why you would just kill a person out here, but still I don't see anybody. So what we're going to do is we're going to make ourselves comfortable and wait for him to show up. All right, no problem. Build a little fire. Oh, this is different. I guess Sony is really making us use this this controller. Okay, nice. Wow. I hope that little tutorial pops up every time because I might not remember how to do this. But it's nice. This is a nice little touch. mostly the controller is inert except for the input buttons. You don't really do anything. This one, I mean, you can use the controller at the forge. You can use it when you're cooking. You can use it when you're starting a fire. That's pretty nice. That's a nice touch. That's a nice quality of life improvement in gaming. Yeah, I don't know when this salmon's going to be done. I said she should have eaten sushi. Would have been quick. So we're going to say it's done. Okay, she...
いい匂いだな。だがここらには微笑みの義友がいるらしいぞ。
だから来た。
ああ、賞金稼ぎなのか。知ってるか？幾人も返り討ちにされてるそうだ。あいつを見くびったら痛い目見るぜ。
ずいぶんと詳しいな。微笑みの義仲とやらに。
微笑みの義友だ。
ああ、悪い。そんなに危ないならなぜここへ来た？
そりゃ知らせに来たんだよ。あいつはただものじゃない。
無力な旅人ばかりを狙ってる男だ。ふぬけの間違いだろ。
誰がふぬけだって？この野郎、俺を誰だと思ってる？
首をいただく。Okay, so where the hell is my wolf when I need him? Okay, not my wolf, or a wolf. Or that wolf, the one that saved me the first time. I need to remember Hanbei's lesson. Keep parrying those until he's done. Dodge the red unblockables because you can't do anything about those. Those you can do something about. All right, much better. Much better. Yeah, the whole combat thing, melee is not my really strong suit in video games. You know, if you've seen my games on my channel, you'll know that I'm much more comfortable wielding magic and stuff like that. But in games where you don't have a choice, it just takes me a little bit longer to get my expertise. Okay, so resting at the camp refilled my spirit, and I got the green one again, the green dot again, which I guess lasts another day. So we're done here. Let's drink a little sake. Regain a moderate amount of spirit. Oh, okay, all right. No, so we can hang on to that. As long as it doesn't make you dizzy. I know in Red Dead Redemption, when you drank, I don't think it renewed any of your cores. You stumble around drunk for a little while, so not too sure about that. But in this one, it looks like the sake actually serves a purpose. So we're going to collect another 750. Nice. And we're going to just take these bounties. Take them both. Just take the bounties, Atsu. still no blacksmith. Yeah, but I now know that he's not going to appear until I have something for him to actually smith, right? I don't have anything from the smith, so the katana that I got from Hanbei from my father doesn't need anything done to it. So I'm not going to worry too much about it. All right, we're going to do the old trails. That's going to get me a new horse. See the rewards below that with the little horse symbol? So that's how you know what you're going to get for completing the particular quest. And we'll wrap up. Oh, sorry, horsey. Oops, did not mean to do that. We'll wrap up after that. So we're going to see what pops up along the way. And I need to move those map pieces. I just placed them there. And you saw the map piece on the map. They're in the wrong place. I know that. And I just didn't bother changing them. But I will put them in the right place because they'll lead me to other items that I can collect. Oh, they're looking for her. I'm not going to let you beat somebody else up because they're looking for me.
おめえの首を探してたんだ。蛇様を殺したってんでいいねがついててよ。
蛇が死んだのは当然の報いだ。てめえも同じ目に遭いたいか。
その下引っこ抜けば褒美が倍になるかもな。殺せ！蛇様を殺したらしいじゃねえか。
Okay, so I guess I really shouldn't rely on the wolf to bail me out every time. Okay, so that's interesting. So when it resets, you don't necessarily, I guess it's a random occurrence as to whether these guys are walking around or not, and if you die, it doesn't mean that you're going to come right back to those guys. I guess.
俺はただありものを漁っているだけ。
それを何とも思ってないようだが。
こいつらは戦で勝った。
Or maybe the aftermath is this, right? So Saito's men killed them and moved on, and when I sort of respawned, it's after the fact. Maybe. Yeah, you can keep it, buddy.
何が知りたい？時ならば腐るほどあるでな。
狐のことを知ってるか？
手塩が丘にいるらしい。
Okay, I think we asked about this guy before.
この間も狐の狩猟どもが百姓の農地を奪った。けど区内で戦う百姓もいるって。
区内か。
Okay. Kunai, I guess that's a tool that we can unlock as well. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. So we will definitely unlock that in the next episode as well. Yeah, I'd like to get all the available tools in the open area that I can travel to before I start in on the main quests. Give me a fair shot. At least when I go to deal with the first encampment, which I haven't done yet. I think I need more tools than what I have. I try to play the games a little bit more like real life-ish. What I mean by that is I've seen people play and they'll walk right into the middle of a crowded camp, one person against 40, and just wail away. I'm thinking, how realistic is that? Not very. You know, one person isn't going to necessarily walk into the middle of a camp with 40 samurai or 40 militia guys and think that they can win. So, you know, I get it. The game allows you to do that, but it makes it less realistic for me. And so I like to play it a little bit more realistically. You know, if there are 4 guys, can I beat 4 guys? If there are 20 guys, I'm going to have to pick a few of them off before I go in and fight them. There's just no way I can do that. I don't know whether Tepos is a thing that she has in this game. It's a rifle. Although it's in the same period as Shadows, I don't know whether she will have a Tepo or whether that's something that she can unlock in this game. Yeah, I don't know why I can't talk to the half-naked guy. It sounded like they were torturing him, but apparently I'm going to leave them to it and head on towards my target. Sorry, buddy. Okay, we just have to cross the river. How deep is the river? Oh, okay. Not very. Should have used you to cross the river, buddy. I don't know why I walked across the river, but hey. Oh, the other thing I'll do in the next episode is find hot springs. So there are a couple of things I'll do in the next episode that's more quality of life things for Atsu. Right? Find another altar, find hot springs, go back and make sure I did the Sumi painting thing the correct way. Check on the homestead, see if that's okay, you know, stuff like that. And of course, like, no. Take it. Take the bounty. Do not leave it there. You're down worth $1,500. Take it. I mean, they already know who I am, right? My pictures are all over the place. You would think that she would just, you know, not wear the hat or something like that and she'd be fine, but apparently not yet. So we're going to scrounge everything we can scrounge, and we'll find the stable master. Who? Okay, we can throw these. All right. I was like, why are there so many? Gotcha. Okay. We can use it as a distraction. We grabbed $120 worth of coin there. We're just rummaging through this man's stuff. But since there's no karma thing in this game, I guess it's okay. Right, Horsey? We're just taking all of his stuff. I mean, I was like, wow, we just... This is like growing up, you know. We didn't really lock the doors until we were in for the night. Nowadays, you go in and you lock up your house. There's no, you know, leaving the doors unlocked, which is very interesting. Oh, there he is. All right, let me see. Hey, buddy, I want a horse. I get down here.
ルローに何か用か？
馬屋の主が好んでてめえの馬を野に放つとはな。
斎藤の手に渡るくらいなら逃がしてやりたい。
斎藤？
松前との戦に備えて馬がいるらしい。できる限り抗ってきたんだが。
馬屋を探せ。石膏から知らせがあった。
いかん。もう来やがった。
隠れろ。
馬はまだ残ってるか。
Okay, this is going to be our first attempt to really do something stealthily. No, we're not doing standoff. We're going to do stealth. Alright. So we have our smoke bomby thingy that we can use. We have the spear thingy. Oh, this is great. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. I think there's certainly more than just 2 of these guys out here. I hear the stable master whimpering over there. Buddy, you're out here in the middle of nowhere. You shouldn't be a whimperer. You should be able to protect your property. There's another guy there, but I don't have any... Now I wish I hadn't thrown that spear at him. I guess the question is, can I get close enough to actually assassinate him? Yes. Okay. Smoothly. There's one... Is there 1 or 2? No. There's definitely 2. Is there more than 2 is the question. See, this is where the kunai would have been helpful, assuming you can kill with the kunai. I mean, in a lot of games, you can't kill with hitting them 1 time. You have to hit them multiple times. I do have the bow and arrow, which I probably should have used. Oh, now I've been spotted. Okay, well, throwing the sake bottle just didn't make sense. That was stupid. Alright, what I'm doing is needing to heal. No, not that, not that, not that. Alright. Where'd you get the fire from? Oh, yeah, he just picked up a... I gotta work on my combat skills because I think there's more to combat than just hacking with a katana. I think there's a kick or something that I can do as well. So, buddy, I'm gonna continue to rob your little stable property, and then we'll talk because you owe me a horse.
Onnikiru. おかしな世になっちまったよ。困ったもんだ。
馬探しを手伝ってやろうか。
いや、十分世話になった。
遠慮するな。
Okay, I guess we're following this guy. Yeah. Let me just go grab this stuff.
剣吾のことか。
あの方を思うと胸が痛む。
だから斎藤に歯向かってるのか。
I don't need the empty sake jar, but there's money up there. Okay. Right, I guess that's the other way you get money, is that you find it in the game, in the world, which is good. I'm noticing you're finding, in the previous game, you found a lot of materials, not so much coin. This game, there seems to be a nice balance. Which makes sense. I mean, to me, that's nice. That's fine. didn't know where you were going. That's why I was taking my time. Oh, okay. I guess we're here. It's like, where are we going? Flashback.
気をもむな。見つけてやる。ちょこちょこしてる僕らを追いかけるのはいささか慣れてるだわ。
おとも楽しんでるずら。
そうだろうとも。
すぐ連れ戻してくるわ。来い、やつ。見てみろ。
これって馬の糞家？
新しい馬糞だ。きっと子馬どもはここで水を飲んだだな。泥に残った足跡をたどるの。
Like another famous sucker punch game is you now learning how to track. Although you just seem to be looking at the clues. There's no visual like stream of animal scent stuff that you're following. Like you don't have like an eagle eye or eagle vision or anything like that. Again, at least not yet. I don't know what happens later in the game.
鋭いな。腹すかせてただ。ほっとくとこの辺りの花が食い尽くされちまうかもな。また育つよう呉服を置こう。すぐにたくさんの花が咲くぞ。Atsuどうだ？ここらでいいか？
うん、でも子馬どもが見つかんない。
こん近くにいるはずだわ。口笛吹いてみろ。聞こえてねえようだな。高いところいかだ。
口笛が下手だからずら。
もっと励めばいいだけだ。ここのボラだ。来い。
Okay. So the other thing I have to remember is this hot spring location. So I think there've been two. I think this is the second one we've sort of seen, but we were doing other things at the time. Like now we're doing something different. And so I never remember to come back to them. The Shadow of the Yotei hot spring. I don't know whether that actually shows up on the map. Yeah, if it showed up on the map, they'd be easier to spot. But at least I know, I'm trying to. Excuse me, folks. I'm actually trying to whistle, not realizing that in order for me to do that, I need to stand next to my dad. So I'm pressing every control but the correct one for whistling. And of course, none of them are working because I'm not standing where I need to stand. Sorry, Pops. I'll be there in a second. Just let me get it out of my system. I'm almost done. Oh my God. We'll see if this survives the editing process. Okay, so the goal is stand next to your dad. I think he's going to tell you to whistle again. And then you use the whistle command.
難しいからって諦めていいってわけじゃねえぞ。自分を信じろ、アツ。
やってみろ。
見ろ。木立で何
If
か
you
動
pay
いた。
attention, things work out.
見っけた。
自分を信じたからだ。ほら、子馬どものところ行こう。
Okay, now let's go back down to the stable master. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to use. By the way, I wouldn't be able to use the hot springs as young Atsu right here. So when the memory ends, I'll still be in the same area, right? Because the memories take place in the same general vicinity. And when that happens, I need to remember once the dialogue is done and everything's finished, I need to go back to that spot, which I have to sort of train my brain to do. Once I'm done, I'm like on to the next thing, and that's going to cause me to miss a bunch of things. Like I already did. I have another one of those Izumi things to do. There are two. that I think I need to complete. The original one, which I don't think I completed, and one we found when we were doing another quest. And then the two hot springs.
口笛うまくなったか弟励んだか言語が金を貯めてたのは家業のために入り用だったからじゃない
Okay, so this is where we choose our permanent horse.
やる
すでにいる
あの疲れた馬かうちのは蝦夷地一の名馬だ
Okay, so if the stable master tells me my horse has been through a lot, it's probably time for me to choose another horse. I don't even think I gave this one a name. This one I saved from being tortured by a bunch of idiots.
それとも休みたいか黒毛音のほどの墨のようだてめえも世話しねえな
I'm going with the dapple. Yes, I'm sure.
こいつをもらう
目が高いな名はどうする
Shimaki.
島木
荒々しい風すべてをなぎ倒す力はまるでてめえのようだ
Yeah, I'm sure. Take care of my
俺
old
の分
horse.
まで可愛がってくれそっちの馬は任せておけ
Okay,
心
cool.
置きなく休ませてやる
好きなだけ花を食わせてやってほしい
いつでも会いに来るがいい
I might just do that. Old Trails is completed. No, I'm okay with the current color. I'm assuming we'll be able to get more more drip for the horse as well. I don't know whether it changes any of the attributes. You know, does it make him run faster, recover stamina faster, if that's a thing? You know, those are things I don't know yet. Okay, that's another one of the bounties for 750. We're going to go back to the inn. I'll try when I end the episodes, I'm always going to try to go back to the inn as a starting point since that's our hub. All right, and so with that, yeah, I know that. I just keep forgetting to do that. So hot springs. Remember that. I have to make notes for the next one. All right, so we're back at our inn, and we're gonna wrap the episode up here. I think that we're approaching the 2-hour mark. Anything else will take us over the 2-hour mark. So we're gonna stop here. I'm gonna head to the bounty board, or we'll just stop here. But anyway, thank you guys for joining me in episode 2 of Ghost of Yotei. I will see you in episode 3. Uploads every Tuesday and Friday until the end of the series. Looks like a fun one, and I will see you guys soon. Thanks again for joining me, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye.